All right, we're going to take a look at a problem here, and we're going to use a strategy. We're going to approach it with a strategy called guess and check, or sometimes called organized guess and check, or informed guess and check, or whatever. Okay, let's take a look. First of all, let's read the problem. It says, the senior classes at High School A and High School B planned separate trips to the county fair. The senior class at High School A rented and filled 7 vans and 7 buses with 427 students. High School B rented and filled 1 van and 11 buses with 601 students. Each van and each bus carried the same number of students. How many students can a van carry? How many students can a bus carry? All right. So essentially what we're going to do, well, first of all, let's take a look at our information. Okay, we're trying to find out how many students can fit on a bus and how many students can fit in a van. And we know that 7 vans and 7 buses altogether hold 427 students, or on the other hand, 1 van and 11 buses hold 601 students. Okay, so let's essentially what we're going to do is we're going to guess, just absolutely going to guess. So let's start. All right, so let's see. We'll say van and bus. Okay, so let's imagine. So I'm going to take a look here. First of all, I have 1 van, 11 buses, 601 students, and then we've got 7 vans, 7 buses, 427. So let's guess at buses. I'm just going to guess, I don't know, 40. 40 seems like a reasonable number of kids to fit on a bus. So let's see. That means I have 11 buses for High School B. So let's see, 40 times 11 is 440. Now there's a total of 601 students in that high school. So that means that 601 minus 440 is, let's see, 500 would be 101, 161. So 161 students ride in a van, which seems unlikely. But let's roll with it. Okay, so that means let's go over to High School B. 7 vans and 7 buses. So let's see, 7 buses times 40 is, let's see, 280. And 7 times 161, well, before you do the math, that's well over 700. And you'll notice here, we only have 427 students, so obviously we have a problem. So we're just going to scratch that. It can't be 40. So scratch. All right, so let's try a different number. Well, you know what? The way things were looking, I thought that was a ridiculous number of students in a van. So we're going to try a larger number on the bus. So let's try 50. All right, so let's see. So I have 11 buses. So I have, I'm going to pick red here, 50. So let's see, 50 times 11 is 550. Riding on buses, and 601 take away 550 is 51. So 51 people in a van, which still seems pretty unlikely, but you know, we'll roll with it. So we're going to go to 7 vans and 7 buses. So let's see, 7 times 50 is 350, and 7 times 51 is, let's see, 300 and, well, notice that's 57. This is 51/7, so it must be 357 altogether. So altogether, that's going to give us 707. So, let's see, that is still way too many. Now, notice, however, that 707 is closer to 601. I mean, we didn't do the actual calculation before, but I could tell we were way, way off. But I think we're getting closer by picking a larger number for people on the bus. So I think we're headed in the right direction. So let's pick yet another larger number for the bus. So let's see. Let's try. We'll go van, bus. So let's see, I'll try I don't know, we'll do 60. We'll go up by 10s. Nice even numbers, you'll see. So 60 times 11 is 660. And, oop, no, so I already have a problem. Because it's only 601 students, so I'd have to have like negative numbers of people in the van. So that is not going to work. So it's got to be somewhere bigger than 50, but less than 60. So we've narrowed it down. So let's go back here. Let's try something in between. So let's see. I will try. So we've got van, bus. Let's try 55. So let's see. 55 times 11 buses would be. So let's see. I don't know. 55 times 11 is 5, 5, and 5, 5. That's 5, 0. It's 605. Oh, still too many there, so that's not going to work. So now we know it's got to be smaller than 55, but bigger than 50. But, you know, we're awful close here. So I think I'm just going to bring it down just a little bit. Let's try if we bring it to 54. All right, let's try 54. So let's see. All right, 54. All right, so we've got bus, and we've got van. All right, van. So we'll try 54. All right, so let's see. We have 54 times 11 buses, and that's going to be 594, which 601 minus 594 is 7 people in a van. Okay, so then let's see how that pans out for the other school. So 7 buses. So 7 times 54 on a bus. See, that's 350 plus 28. That's 378. And then we've got 7 vans at 7 each. So 7 times 7 equals 49. We'll add those up. See, 8 and 9 is 17. So that's 8. That's 12. Carry the 1. That's 427. Hey, look, that works. So this must be right. This is our answer. And we know it's right because if I put 54 people in each bus and 7 people in each van, then that gives me 601 students for the school B and 427 students for school A. Now, before we kind of wrap this up, I do want to point out that we skipped a lot of things here. There's a lot of things I did that I didn't talk about. There's a reason why I picked buses first, and there's a reason why I focused on school B first, and then after that checked with school A. And there's a reason why I kind of started with 50. So there's a lot of things I kind of left out. But these are just things that, like skills that you'll pick up along the way if you consistently try, guess, and check. The important thing is that when we first tried 40 people for buses, we found that something was wrong. Obviously, it didn't work. Because if we put 40 people in a bus, then we figure out how many people we had for vans to get 601 students. But then that left us with this astronomically large number of people for school A. It didn't work. And then we tried 50. All right, now we could have gone lower. We could have also gone lower, but we chose to go higher. And I picked higher because I thought the number of people in the van seemed kind of ridiculous. So higher made more sense. And when we tried higher, notice, if you recall, the number of people that fit in a van in order to get 601 students, and we worked out how many people would be in the second school, and we were still too high, but we were closer. So that told me we were headed in the right direction. So 50, then 40, so 50 in a bus after trying 40. So 40, then 50, then 60 made sense. But then 60 didn't work even with school B, so we narrowed it down. So we knew it had to be between 60 and 50. So then, well, just try smack dab in the middle, 55. And then that was still too much. Too many students here. So let's go a little bit lower, 54. And it worked. So the key is you have to kind of keep an eye on how your check part turns out. You're looking at more than, is my check just wrong? Does it not work? but how does it not work? And how close am I to being right? And what's happening as I pick larger or smaller guesses? And like I said, the more you try it, the more experience you have with it, I think the easier it'll get and the more sort of skills you'll pick up along the way. All right? So good luck. Guess and check. Great strategy.